Hey there. Happy Easter Monday. Here we are on a Monday night play-along jam. It's been a while. It's been a few weeks since I've seen anybody, and I'm grateful to have this opportunity and grateful that you're joining me here. So I'll double check on the streams, make sure we're working as I set up the course of this evening. So I'm digging myself out a little bit. I'm on day 7, I believe, of my COVID experience, and the voice has been slowly coming back. I've been able to practice a little bit, but between that and everything else that I've been up to, including festivals and a big project that I am not at liberty to announce just yet, but I will be soon, that might be of great interest to many of you here. I've been rather buried. So I just wanted to preface that you might hear my voice crack a little bit here and there. I'm getting it back, but hopefully you are too. And we're here to dig out together. The old expression that I used to use is shaking the rust off. So this is a great opportunity to do that. Spring is a time of renewal. This Easter holiday, and with Pesach last week, is an opportunity for a lot of renewal, rebirth, things like that. And so here we are together, rebuilding our fundamentals of bluegrass music. And we're going to start with This Train is Bound for Glory. Hopefully there is equal rights and justice in most of your lives and communities, but here's hoping that we have equal rights and justice for all in the world someday. And not just people, but the wildlife and the helpless animals who have to deal with our developments. So, here we go. This Train is Bound for Glory in the key of G. It goes something like this. And remember, if you haven't, okay, I'll say this for those who haven't been here. I like to use the number system whenever possible, because sometimes we're in different tunings, we might be in different capo positions, so I'm going to holler 1s, 4s, 5s as I run down the songs. We're in the key of G here, it's a 1, 4, 5, like most of them, and it goes. A 1 and a 1 and a 1. 1 and 1 and 5. 1 and a 1 and a 4, and you stop on that chord, and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. So you do that stop when the singing is happening, but you don't do the stop when the picking is happening. And I will pull up a click track, and I like to keep the click on the backbeat. So, here we go. So I'm hearing a 1, 2, and my kickoff, I will demonstrate how I might kick this off, goes a 1, 2, 3. Something like that. So, whatever you're holding, if you're holding a banjo, a mandolin, a fiddle, a guitar, go ahead and kick us off. If you're playing bass, feel free to just play the rhythm, play the bass part, or you can play some melody on that bass. Maybe you have a bow. You can do some arco. Either way, this is for you, and you're going to kick it off in the key of G. This train is bound for glory. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, no one can ride it but the righteous and the holy. This train is bound for glory, this train. Now this train don't carry no liars, this train. This train don't carry no liars, this train. This train don't carry no liars, no hypocrites and no midnight flyers. This train don't carry no liars, this train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, no one can ride it but the righteous and the holy. This train is bound for glory, this train. I'm gonna play it now. This train don't carry no gamblers, this train. This train don't carry no gamblers, this train. This train don't carry no gamblers, no crap shooters or midnight ramblers. This train don't carry no gamblers, this train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, no one can ride it but the righteous and the holy. This train is bound for glory, this train. Play it. Last chorus, sing it. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory, no one can ride it but the righteous and the holy. This train is bound for glory, this train. All right. Cool. A song of hope, of faith, of rights, of justice, all those things. So we got an Easter Monday theme here. So I threw in a handful of gospel songs. I love the bluegrass gospel, and I am, of course, not meaning to push any religion upon anybody. I believe, personally, I believe in all religions, and I believe in the oneness of all things and all the shared stories. And if anything, when I hear the good old gospel songs, I'm just hearing love, joy, faith, you know, and that is to be celebrated. And in the bluegrass tradition, you know, it's just a decidedly, you know, Christian tradition. But I welcome folks of all faiths and of and those who lack any faith in the spirituality. This is for everybody. That's all I'm saying. I've actually been going to Temple Emmanuel lately in Denver with my lady friend Marissa, and really enjoying the services there. Rabbi Joe Black, he just has his guitar on, and they sing songs the whole time. It's really fun. It's like, okay, I'll come here and sing songs with you. And I would have included some Pesach songs, but I don't have very good Hebrew, so So I'm doing what I know. And here we are. It looks like everything's running. So everyone, feel free to chime in. Let me know what you're up to, where you are, how you're doing. And I will, I'll give out some shout outs here coming up. Check in with you. But for now, we're going to play Will the Circle Be Unbroken? Hey, to talk about one of the great songs of the bluegrass tradition and really the country music tradition, right? This comes from the Carter family, whose version is very different than the version we sing today. I'd encourage everyone, of course, to listen to those source recordings, just for reference. You know, like there's a reason why a lot of these songs got sort of straightened out and adapted to modern times. But it's no reason not to be familiar with those original versions because they're so cool, and you're hearing where this music comes from. But of course, the Carter family is, you know, can the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord? And they do a lot of cool, crooked things rhythmically that folks just don't do anymore. But we're going to play sort of the straight ahead version. And in the key of G, it goes, and a 1, and a 1, and a 4, 4 and 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1, and 5, and a 1. So we'll be a little slower than that. We're in the slow tempo jam here, of course. So we're easing on in on the tempos and making this friendly for everybody of all levels. So my kickoff on Circle Be Unbroken, this is a really fun song on guitar. On pretty much any instrument in the bluegrass world, this is a fun melody because it's simple and you got lots of room for your rolls and your chops and your licks. So I kick it off something 1, 2, 3. One of my favorite tricks on guitar is this one. Jumping down to that F shape over the 7th. I think that's a George Shufflerism, but I love it. I throw it in on my kickoff on this one. So here we go. Will the Circle Be Unbroken? You're going to kick us off in the key of G, and we'll play it. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I was standing at my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw the hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the for this body, and you are holy. Lord, I hate to see her go. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Play it. Went back home, my home was lonely, for my mother, she was gone. All my brothers, sisters crying, what a home so sad and alone. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. All right. That's just one of those songs that never gets old. I love it. Okay, how's everybody doing out there? We got some folks on YouTube. Hi, Sandy in Bakersfield. A spring treat. Picking along on the dobro and the banjo. All right. And hello, Anita in Michigan. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Ava in Arcata. Got to meet you at Winter Wondergrass. That was wonderful last weekend. And hello, Sage Helperman up in Fort Collins or somewhere in Colorado. Blake Addison, hello. Thank you. In Lithia Springs, Georgia. Brian Rivers. Hi, Brian. Hi, Joe. Dalrymple from Mexico City. I'm going to be down in Baja, El Sargento, Baja California Sur next week. Yeah, sure enough. For Baja Wondergrass. I always wanted to visit Mexico City. I'd love to go there sometime. Gilly R, grateful with your fiddle in Thunder Bay, Canada. Right on. Well, thank you all for being there on YouTube. Hello here in Facebook land. The People's Key. All right, first timer. Thanks for joining. Glad you're playing along. Hello, John Keegan. And something's, I don't see all of the comments here on my Facebook page. I'm going to close this and open it up again, and hopefully I can see everybody. Okay, so I'm going to get along with it here, and we're moving on to a good old number called If That's the Way You Feel. Okay, Jim Hanaway requested this, and it is a very cool song. Okay, here we are. Jim Hanaway, hey, there you are. Thank you for the request. Hello, Jay Wallace in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hi, Heidi. Glad you are here. Thank you. Hi, Daniel in Richmond. Hi, Colin. Early morning in the UK. Hello, Jim. Iroquois Falls, Ontario. 1962 00018. I'll bet that guitar sounds great. And you found it at a yard sale. That's something. Hi, John Keegan. Back in Ohio. Florida was warmer, I'm sure. Okay, hey, everybody. So this one was a Stanley Brothers song that they recorded in 1956 or 57, but they didn't release it till the early 70s. And I knew this from my dad's old Ricky Skaggs albums, right? Because Skaggs did a cool cover. But listening to the original, it's like, wow, that was pretty different for the Stanley Brothers. There's pedal steel. This is like they were kind of having, you know, going for a breakout country hit, it seemed like at the time. But it's a cool song, and it's a trio throughout, so I'm going to do my best to to sing the lead the way Carter sang it. So you can jump in on the harmonies. And it basically is the verse and the chorus. It's pretty straight ahead in the key of G. And it's and a 1 and 4 and 1 and 5, 5 and a 1 and a 1 and 4 and 1 and a 5 and 5 back to 1. And then the chorus goes to the 4. And a 5, 5 and a 1. Then the 1 and 4 and 1. And that's alright if that's the way you feel. So and of course they do just a simple little turnaround on the 5 to kick it off, but you know, which would be appropriate if you're in a band. I wouldn't say kick off the whole form, but this being a practice and being a play along, a simulation, I'm going to let you kick it off through the entire form of the verse. And let me get my click. And it's like slow. It's a slow song. It's slower than we've been. Da, da, da. So we'll keep it right about there. And my kickoff might go a 1, 2, 3. Something like that. All right, so kick us off on the verse here. And we'll sing That's the Way You Feel by the Stanley Brothers. Or It's All Right If That's the Way You Feel might be the complete title. In the key of G, kick us off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I don't blame you, for I know you want him, that your love for me was never real. I could hold you, but you'd be unhappy. But it's alright if that's the way you feel. My feelings now I must concede. I still need you and I want you with me. But it's alright if that's the way you feel. I'm gonna play. conceal. I still need you and I want you with me, but it's alright if that's the way you feel. Play it. It's alright if that's the way you feel. Ha! What a great song. Well, thank you, Jim, for that request. I'm gonna open a window. Stand by. It's mighty warm today. I'm gonna get a little cross breeze going here because I'm sweating. It is the warmest day since I've been here back in Hummel, California this week, hanging with Mom, trying to avoid each other. I've had my mask on and been hanging upstairs a lot of the time, and she's fine. This is day 7, so I think we've done all right. Yeah, I came rolling in from Winter Wondergrass feeling tired and had some good long sleep, and then a day after I arrived, I started feeling ill, and hey, there it was. There was I think it was my 3rd time having COVID. I had it last year around this same time of year, a little bit earlier in the winter, and that was my only other confirmed time, but I'm pretty sure I had it back in 2020 when the first outbreak was happening, and we were on our what ended up being our final Grant Farm tour in February of 2020. We all had a weird illness that nobody could really explain at that time. So anyway, this is round number 3. It hasn't been so bad. I mean, I'm still feeling a little down, but but I'm getting back, and I've had plenty of opportunities to sleep in, and that has helped here under Mom's care, which I'm so very grateful for. And been working, got lots of work coming up, heading back to Colorado in a couple days. Gonna pick up my truck at long last from the shop. It's been a long, sad story and a very, very expensive, but old truckee is ready, and I'll be picking up the truck and the camper on Thursday. And I got a big show this Saturday at Whibby Brewing, hosting songs and stories with 2 of my good friends who have both been through quite a bit in their lives. Tyree Woods from Buffalo Commons, and Michael Kirkpatrick from Violet Pilot, both good friends of mine who have lots of life experience. They've poured into their songs, and we're going to have a fun little songwriters night at Whibby Brewing. Nice early show, 6 to 9, 9:30 kind of vibe. And looking forward to that. And I've got a lot of new songs. I'm really psyched to share some of these new ones with you. I just haven't found an outlet yet to record them or figure out what my plan is. But I've got a bunch of new bluegrass songs that are really cool. I did some of them at Midwinter Bluegrass. Had a hot band there with Vicky Vaughn and Dusty Ryder and Jordan Ramsey. And we did a few of the new bluegrass originals I've been writing. And writing a lot about home and stories from around here, stories from the past, stories of, coming to age, coming into middle age as it is, and lots of stuff that's meaningful to me. But I'm also working up this suite based on my river experience, which is going to be known as the Lador Suite or the Suite Lador. And I'm working my way down river. I've got about 5 of the main pieces composed and worked up and ready, and I'm just trying to carve out time to finish that. So I've got lots of music in my head and lots of music kind of coming out, but I'll be able to play some of those for the few of you who are in Longmont or near Longmont, Colorado, and can come to Whibby this Saturday. And for those of you who can't, I'll be finding ways to get the music out there to you as soon as possible. So that's what's going on with me. And I'm really excited to play The Gal Left Behind Me in the key of C. This is one that I like teaching to folks who are learning guitar or learning music in general, because it's just a great major scale melody, a cool tune. It's a song, it has lyrics, but we pick it instrumentally, so I call it a tune. And the changes go in the key of C like this. And a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4 and 1, 1 and 5, and a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4, 5 and a 1, and a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4, 1, 1 and 5, and a 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4, 5 and a 1. Da 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 da. Good tune for a sunny spring day. And I'm going to kick it off being an instrumental, and that seems to work best in this format. So here we go. I'm kicking us off on The Gal I Left Behind Me. Keeping an eye on the stream health. It's looking solid today. Woohoo! Okay, here we go. In the key of C, I'm kicking us off nice and easy. Gal I Left Behind Me. Okay, I know I didn't explain the form, but that's what we typically do on the slow jams, twice through, and then a tag. So hopefully you were on that. And what a fun tune, right? It's a real fun one to try to work up little variations on, but you'll find that it's tricky getting in and out of that melody. You don't want to vary too far from the melody itself without a way back in. So here's Jimmy Brown the Paperboy, also known as Jimmy Brown the Newsboy. And this is up in, what did I say, E? Okay. So I'm going to be C position, capo 4, because I like to do this kind of thing that all of us guitar players sort of got from Mother Maybelle Carter. Again, how many times do we draw from that well? I mean, every time I do this event, through the evening we have several Carter family songs in the mix. And this is one of them. Of course, you know, the Carter family was very crafty. The old AP, Alvin Pleasant Carter, was quite crafty. He didn't write all these songs. He collected a lot of them and claimed the copyright on them. So this song came from an earlier source. It was written, I looked this up. I forgot exactly who it was attributed to, but it predates the Carter family by some ways. But they are the early recording that many of us sourced. And then, of course, there's great recordings from lots of artists through the years on this one, but they all referenced the Carter family. And it's in the key of E, and it goes. Very simple changes. It's just 1 and 5. 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 5. 5 and a 5 and 5 and a 1. 1 and a 1. 1 and a 5. 5 and a 5 and 5 and a 1. And you might hear me do that little pause at the end. Let's see. I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. Everybody knows me, sir, the newsboy of the town. You can hear me crying, morning star, running along the street. I've got no hat upon my head, no shoes upon my feet. So there's that extra couple beats at the end of each form, which is the space for a little bass run or a strumma, and then the next thing starts. So that's how you're going to start your break as well. And I'll demonstrate that when it comes, when I play my break first. But before that, we got to get to the kickoff. And we're still in the slow zone, but I'm kind of turning it up a tiny bit here. So this will be our tempo, and it'll go 1, 2, 3. So I don't put the pause in the middle of the picket, but I'll put it in the middle of the verses, and I'll put it at the end of the verses. And I'll try to make it very clear with a little when you are to start. So that's my sample kickoff, and why don't you go ahead and kick us off here in the key of E on Jimmy Brown the Paperboy. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. Everybody knows me, sir, the newsboy of the town. You can hear me crying, morning star, running along the street. sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. My father's awful cold and hungry, sir. My clothes are mighty thin. I sell the morning paper, sir. My daily bread to win. Play. Father was a drunkard, sir, I've heard my mother say. I sell the morning paper, sir, to help her on life's way. My mother often tells me, sir, I've nothing in the world to lose. I'll find a home in heaven, sir, to sell the gospel news. I got it. I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. Everybody knows me, sir, the newsboy of the town. You can hear me crying, morning star, running along the street. I've got no hat upon my head, no shoes upon my feet. Take it home with a break. Go. Cool. I had nothing left to say vocally, but I wanted you to get another break there. So Jimmy Brown the Newsboy, Jimmy Brown the Paperboy. What a fun tune and a fun song. Just for a guitarist, it's just a joy. I love playing that and getting around that. Definitely check out Mother Maybelle. Check out Norman Blake's version. And of course, Earl Scruggs, who kind of copies Mother Maybelle with his style on the Lester and Earl recording. And then, of course, Mac Wiseman has a cool version. He reharmonizes it, kind of changes it up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to do In the Pines in the key of E, which I like to do in open E. But you don't have to follow me, guitar players. You can go wherever you like. I've enjoyed having Old Red with me lately, playing this old Martin guitar, which just sounds great on an E chord. And In the Pines. And a 1, and a 1, and a 4, and a 1, and a 1, and a 5, and a 1. Da, 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 da. So our breaks and our kickoff will go twice through the form. And this is a real break from, you know, the Monroe version where they start with the oohs. We'll do the oohs after each chorus. The oohs are basically like the second half of the chorus, because you sing in the pines where the sun never shines, and shiver where the cold wind blows, and then you go, ooh, 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 which is really fun to harmonize. And so the verses have that twice through the form, and the choruses also have it twice through the form, but the first time you're singing and the second time you're oohing. So our breaks and our kickoffs are going to be twice through the form to align with those. So, of course, we're in 3/4 time. This is a waltz. And I'll find a tempo that suits that. That's about right. So my kickoff might go something like a 1, 2, 3, 4. However you want to do it. If you want to keep it melody, if you want to blues it up and make it spooky, whatever you're feeling. Go ahead and kick us off here on In the Pines, key of E. 1, 2, 3, 4. The longest train I ever saw went down that Georgia line. The engine passed at 6 o'clock and the cab passed by at 9. In the pines where the sun never shines, and you shiver when the cold wind blows. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got it. I asked my captain for the time of day. He said he throwed his watch away. It's a long steel rail and a short cross tie. I'm on my way back home. In the pines where the sun never shines, and you shiver when the cold wind blows. Ooh, 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 ooh. Play it. Of course, if we're performing that together, we'll do a slow down, a little retard, and hit those oohs that way. But hey, fun. What a great song, right? In the Pines. How often do you play that? I don't play it very often, but I used to play it a lot. That's the way some of these songs are. They're like old friends. You might fall out of touch with them, right? But it doesn't mean you're not familiar, and you can catch up where you left off. Okay, a couple more songs here on the slow tempo, and we've got a exciting mid-tempo set coming up, and of course an exciting fast jam as always. So this is going to be Forked Deer in the key of D, and I'm going to do a capo to C position as I like to play it in my arrangement. I'm working up. I'm sort of digging out of some of my old arrangements, like this one, which I've recorded, but have lost a little bit of my facility on because I kind of let them slide in my practice routine. But I'm trying to work this one up, and it's going to be good for me to play it really slow, or slower than my performance version. So let's find a good tempo. We're working our way up in the slow jam, but we're still in a nice. That feel okay for everybody? It's right, kind of where we were, just a couple beats faster. And taking a quick look here, looks like everything's still running. I'll jump on and say howdy here again in a minute. Let's see. I'm lost on my computer now. Okay, here we go. Here's our tempo, and I'm going to kick you off on Forked Deer, but I guess I got to run you through it first. So if you haven't played this tune, here's how it goes. It goes 1 and a 1, 4 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1, 5 and a 5, 1 and a 1, 4 and a 4, 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1 again. 1 da da da, 4 da 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 da, 1 da da da, 5 and a 5, 1 and a 1, 4 and a 4, 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1, 5, 5, 5 and a 5, 5 and 1 and 1 and 1, 5 and 5 and a 5 and 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 1 and 1, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 1 and 5 and 1. So we'll go twice through. I'm going to kick it off, and then you tag it after your second time through. Here we go. Forked Deer in the key of D. Okay. It's a fun, simple tune. And that's a great example of a place that I sort of painted myself into a corner by working up a fancy arrangement. And I used to perform that at the contests, right? It was one of my big contest numbers. And recorded it on my Up the Neck album. And it turned out great there. And there's something attached to that for me now that I just have to dig myself out of. It's a lot of nerves. Like as soon as I start playing that, even at a slow tempo, I start sweating, I start missing notes and going through all this stuff in my head. So it's a good example of, I don't know if you have songs or tunes like this that stir up nerves with you. And those are to be treated carefully. And I've been trying to work through this on this tune. And I've made some progress lately. But it's just a tune that I used to play all the time and could play it very consistently clean. And then somewhere along the line, these nerves like crept into it. So you witnessed that as I was trying to practice my arranged breaks on it. But for the good version, check out my recording from Up the Neck. That was now 14 years ago I recorded that. Back when I was practicing that kind of thing a lot. But we're moving on, and we got one more song, and I'll see who's on here. We got lots of folks picking along on YouTube. Hello, friends. Hi, Greg. Greg Farrell. Hey, thanks for being there at Wondergrass. Scott C. in Florida playing the bass. Lori. Hi, Lori. Tobacco in West Virginia in Elkins. I'll see you up at Augusta Bluegrass Week. Hello, Rowan170. Could even continue getting COVID. Well, yeah, I've had COVID 3 times. I know lots of folks who have had it multiple times. Hello, Natalia Burgess. Singing the joy as it flies. Very cool. Thanks for being here. Hi, Dickie Derry. And hello, Kim Harris. And hello, again, Anita. Yeah, it's post-traumatic song disorder. That's a good way to explain it. And over here in Facebook land, we got the same characters jamming along. Okay, so this is a fun one that we did a bunch of times at Winter Wondergrass. And I thought it would be fun for our sort of gospel-themed Easter Monday special. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. I really do believe there's a joy somewhere. That's the thing. It's a lot like This Train's Bound for Glory, very similar. But that's how I sing it, and the version that I'm referencing is the Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Am I saying that right? Sister Rosetta. That's how we know her. And she's the version that I learned it from. And Sister Rosetta Tharpe, of course. And she plays great guitar. And you see videos of her. She's playing a Gibson SG through an amp, real dirty, and doing all these cool licks. Anyway, check out Sister Rosetta Tharpe if you can. And the changes. And a one and one. And a one and a one. And a five. And a five and a one. And a one. And a four. And a four. And a one. And a five. And a one. And I'm going to sing up above my head. Up above my head. Hear music in the air. You can do a call and response. You can sing along with me, whatever you're feeling, to kind of bluegrass this one up a little bit. And my kickoff, I'll find a tempo here, would go 1, 2, 3. Whatever it is, just make it jubilant, because that's the point of this song. And kick us off here in the key of A, and we'll roll right along here, up above my head. You got it. Here we go. A 1, 2. A 1, 2, 3. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. I really do believe there's a joy somewhere. I got it. Up above my head, there's trouble in the air. Up above my head, there's trouble in the air. Up above my head, I see trouble in the air. I really do believe there's a joy somewhere. Play it. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. I really do believe there's a joy somewhere. Up above my head, there's trouble in the air. Up above my head, I see trouble in the air. Up above my head, I see trouble in the air. I really do believe there's joy somewhere. Play it. One more time. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. I really do believe there's a joy somewhere. I really do believe there's a joy somewhere. That's fun. Sister Rosetta Tharpe. And of course, the Nashville Bluegrass Band has a very outstanding a cappella version of that with some fancy harmony singing. So there we go. There's our slow jam. Come on back for the mid-tempo, which is going to crank up in about 5 minutes. So appreciate you all being here. I will definitely not be here next Monday. I'm going to be flying down to Mexico for the festival, Baja Wondergrass. The following Monday, I will keep you posted. I'm going to be back in Colorado and cruising around in the camper and seeing if I find a good place to host and if I'm available that Monday. So let's enjoy this time here together while we can. And as always, appreciate the donations, keeping that truck on the road and keeping me going. And just hit me up if you need anything, if you have any questions, if you have requests for next time. And I will see you in about 5 minutes at the Mid-Tempo Jam. Okay, thanks everybody.